Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Hi. I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
Well, before I left my campsite, I was putting out my fire, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear showed up and hugged me?
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. He likes it when people correctly put out their campfires. He's pretty big on wildfire prevention. He's just letting you know you did good with a hug. He's a hugger.
I just got a bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update!
All right, I'm going to let you go now. I've got a lot of ranger stuff to do. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service Ad Council and your state forester.
Today's December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here. I'm with Susan Stills. Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
We had 4 days off.
I know.
And
it was
I
very
enjoyed
nice.
it very much. And I want to thank Shane and I want to thank Con for filling in for us on Friday. We had technology fill in for us on Thursday. We did a repeat performance, but we had Shane and Con coming in on a Thanksgiving weekend to do the show. And can't thank them enough
greatly
for doing
appreciate that.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. We're back now. Sorry. I'm back. Shane, the man here. I've got to see if I can fill his shoes. But December 2nd, 2019, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. And I've got a new video posted up there, so check it out. Go to Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Check it out. Like the video. Share it with everybody you can. Follow us, the whole works. Also, go to YouTube. It'll be posted there as well. YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. You can see us there on YouTube as well here in the studio. Subscribe to the channel, and that helps us out a lot. You know, the more we get there, the more we can do, the more reach we get. And hopefully we're giving out some good information that we need to give to a lot more people. So you subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking us on Facebook, and sharing us does a tremendous amount of help by doing that. So just take a second or two and take care of that.
We only need 24 people to follow us before we get over 4,000.
Wow, that's great.
No, isn't that cool?
Fantastic.
And to like us, we need about 92.
We were hoping to bust 5,000 before the end of the year, and we still could do it. We could do it.
Yeah. Well, we could definitely do 4,000 for sure.
Sure. But let's what the heck? It's the holiday spirit. It's a giving spirit. Everybody give a click or two. Share to somebody the Facebook page, Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Okay, I know it's Monday, and I know Friday they talked about Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you didn't eat too much.
I did. I ate too much. It's time to exercise and diet now.
What did you eat too much of? Bird or all the good stuff that goes around it? The cakes, the pies?
It's like the dressing and the
all those carbs.
And
right?
And the sweet potatoes with all of the white, what's that white marshmallows and sugar in there, and the gravy.
Yeah, there was apple pie. There was cheesecake. There was cookies. There was all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I had my fill, and just thank you,
I didn't have
Lord.
any cheesecake.
No.
No, I know. I missed out.
Oh, we'll have to see what we can do. Go to Nikki's Pies or something. But I'm just glad. I'm blessed. We're all blessed, ladies and gentlemen. We're all blessed. If we had food on the table, we're blessed. And I lift up those who aren't as well off and hope that it gets better. Now, let me tell you what's coming up on the show today. Of course, we've got our devotional, our quotes, and some more announcements. We'll do that in just a little bit. Trump will not participate in Wednesday's impeachment hearing. The impeachment's going from the Intelligence Committee to the Judiciary Committee, and the constitutional scholars there are going to discuss what makes for an impeachable offense, and they're going to try to do that based off of Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. So let's see what's going to happen. I don't blame them. I wouldn't go either. It's a farce. Why go to that? It's a joke. How about this one?
Good decision. That's what I think.
I need all my Bible thumpers out there to help me out on this one. I got Iran,
Thump, thump, thump.
Russia, China, the whole joint war games. Is this the beginning of the end times? Now, you got Gog and Magog. I need my Bible thumpers. Let's talk a little theology. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I think that's what
right.
you call it, right? And let's just see how this all falls in place. Because, look, it's obvious.
The Revelations.
It's obvious. If you look north of Israel and what's there, and the armies of the north are coming down, it's going to be part of Russia or something like that, Turkey, so on and so forth. And Turkey's getting into the game as well. So I'd like to talk about that a little bit. Now, the state of Virginia. I like Virginia. Virginia's a cool state when you go through this beautiful state.
It
but
is a beautiful state.
It's gone Looney Tune.
I think it's been Looney Tunes. I really do.
They've got a proposed law. They're proposing a law that would outlaw many martial arts like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, Tai Chi, firearms instructions, and self-defense training because it's dangerous. So I've got the article here.
I think we should stop football then and baseball because that's very dangerous too.
Driving vehicles.
Driving vehicles is dangerous.
Cutting-
Flying is dangerous.
Cutting meat with a knife or a fork.
Yeah, let's just get rid of all the knives and
I
the
totally
scissors.
agree. I totally agree. Makes no sense. Ladies and gentlemen, there used to be a time when somebody would rob you. They'd come up to you and say, hey, give me all your money. They take your money, and then you're without money, but you're alive, you're not hurt, and they run away. Well, there's no honor when robbing somebody anymore. I got an article about teens robbing somebody and then dumping the dead body in a dumpster. Okay? And I read these and I talk about these because it can be you at any moment if you're not careful. Now, just because we don't personally like to promote homosexuality doesn't mean you can beat someone into submission about it. I've got articles about this too, and it bothers me. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not support, let me say this, I do not promote homosexuality. I do not promote the alphabet community because it's not biblical to do so. Am I going to condemn a person? No. Who am I to judge? I'm not going to condemn anybody. I'm not going to promote it, and I may give suggestions to the contrary. But to beat somebody because they are a certain way, or like they do in some Middle Eastern countries where they throw you off of rooftops, I mean, it doesn't fly. I don't get it. That was not meant to be a pun. I got Mac the mechanic coming in today. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but whatever. If he's not sure, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about headlights. Lots to think about when it comes to headlights to prepare your vehicle in case you got to bug out of town for some reason. This one irritated me. I think this must be Bill Clinton because Hillary Clinton wrote a book, It Takes a Village. Well, drag queen says parents shouldn't have final say on how to raise their children. It takes a village, according to this drag queen. Let's talk about that. Who does it take to raise your children? Should the state be involved in how you raise your children? Heck, I get irritated when another adult tells me how to raise my children. It's obvious North Korea wants peace. Kim is frustrated with Japan because I read this article and I can just picture Kim throwing a fit based on what Japan is saying about his rocket launches. We'll talk about this. I've also got Lady Gaga or First Lady MAGA. Facebook deletes Melania Trump photos because they think it's hate photos. Black Friday is dying a quick death. Online sales is killing brick and mortar. And there go our local jobs. The economy's booming, but a lot of local people are losing jobs because everybody's doing business online. The U.S. and the Taliban are talking again. Is that good or bad? I want your opinion on that, please. Creepy Joe strikes again. I got an audio clip I want you to listen to. It's creepy, man. The guy's mumbling. It's like he's on drugs.
Yeah.
Got my opinion piece, The Human Cancer, your phone calls. And I've also got President Ronald Reagan talking Second Amendment. I'm going to throw that clip in there, too. It's funny, interesting, and informative. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get your phone calls, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. See you on the other side.
Divorce attorney Ed Laughlin.
Is your marriage on the rocks? Have you been wanting to get a divorce but just haven't found an attorney that you can afford? Well, your search for an affordable attorney is finally over. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and I've been helping Texans get fast, inexpensive, hassle-free divorces for 25 years. I offer reasonable fees and always allow my clients to pay out their fees in payments that they can afford. Call me today at 773-8399 or toll-free 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment to get started. The first visit is always free.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed Laughlin today at 1-800-492-2589 or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589 or online at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589. Let Ed help you with all your legal needs. You'll feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in Names and Numbers.
Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures. If you've decided to carry a handgun for self-defense, you better know what you're doing. If you don't, you better learn fast. Not only fast, but thoroughly. Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures fills the void between a Johnny wannabe and a person who has been properly trained in the proper handling and use of a firearm. Call me, Matt Betros, at 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com and set up a class or seminar to get you started on the road to proficiency with a firearm for self-defense. Go to our website, aaronsgunshop.com, and review the High Cap Adventures page. We have seminars to cover most forms of firearms training. Call 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com to get more information on how to get started with your training. The time for games is over. Reality starts now. aaronsgunshop.com.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here with Susan Sturl, pusher of paint, poet of photography, rockette of rock and roll.
That's right.
Today is Manic Monday.
It is.
Mania Monday, Manic Monday, kind of crazy Monday. Anything flies. Like we got a Freaky Friday, we got a Manic Monday here. You want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget, got a good video posted up there. Check it out, like it, and share it with everybody you got. Or no, and YouTube's at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. You can view us there, as well as check out the video and subscribe to the channel. I think we need, about 24, you said, more to break the 4,000 mark?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Pull over to the side of the road.
That's for followers.
Go
and
to
then
Facebook at Logic Nation Radio and do it.
To like us.
Okay, so that's all we need to do. Now, let's start the show right. Let's do our devotional. I do a devotional every morning, Monday through Friday. I guess not on holidays. I forgot to do it on Thursday. And I've been doing it for a long time to a long list of people. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to do it here. So we're going to do it here this morning. If you cringe on this kind of stuff, put your fingers in your ear, turn the volume down or whatever. I'll be done in about 60 seconds. The devotional starts like this. Good morning. Are you the missing link? Are you the angel unaware? Being gifted by an angel unaware, or being the gift of angel unaware to someone else, is truly an amazing thing. It's an awesome thing. You or I were selected by God to give or receive a special blessing of awareness. God, at a specific moment in time or times in our lives, has placed his hand upon us to help us, coach us, guide us, comfort us, and direct us. An angel unaware is a personal moment. You will know when it happens. And I get this from Hebrews chapter 13, verses 1 and 2. Let love of the brethren continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by this some have entertained angels without knowing it.
Well, I would like to know if anybody's had an angel unaware happen to them.
Yeah.
That would be a very cool call.
It would be out of nowhere, at
Yeah.
a time and place unexpected.
Right.
They may appear to you as an angel unaware.
That's right.
Now, thank you, Lord, for loving us that much that you would send a special angel to talk to us in that special moment. Have a blessed day. So I would like to hear that. If you got an angel unaware
Story.
give us a call. Let us know. I'd love to hear it.
I know I would too.
I've got a few episodes in my life of angel unaware, and
I know Khan has mentioned about that too. He said people
Yes.
have given me, given me a sentence. They've told me a sentence, 25, 30 years ago, and it's lasted with him for years and years and years, and it's something he lives by.
That's right.
So that's kind of an angel unawares thing.
And you know what's interesting, Susan, when one has happened to you and somebody says about it or talks about it of themselves, you can't help but be drawn to listening because it's like you want to see the commonality of the instances. I had an individual in my life, long story, blah, 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 but the key phrase was, he can fix it. And he points up, looks up, points his finger up to the Lord and says, he can fix it.
See, that's one of those things that you live by.
But anybody could just be passing by and say he can fix it. This is one of those moments where out of nowhere, I shouldn't be with this person. I shouldn't have connected with this person. Somehow the situation just came perfectly, and then they're gone out of your life. It's very interesting. So give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. Tell me your angel unaware moment. I'd love to hear it. I'm sure a lot of others would like to hear it as well. All right, let's do our little quote game here. If you can tell me who the author of these quotes are, or who actually spoke these quotes, give us a call at 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442, and you're going to win a prize. We'll figure out what it is. We got enough stuff here we can figure it out. Quote number 1. You're going to find that many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. The truth is often what we make of it. You heard what you wanted to hear, believed what you wanted to believe. That's quote number 1. 2. It's over. I have the high ground. That should be a giveaway. 3. Be mindful of your thoughts. They betray you. That should be a giveaway too. 4. This is definitely a giveaway. I have failed you. I have failed you. 5. Who is more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? And 6. You've taken your first step into a larger world. Give me a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442.
Those are great quotes.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty cool.
I know.
So if you can give me a call and tell me who that is, you get yourself a prize. Okay. I've got an interesting story here. This is a very good story. And the reason I'm reading it is because I normally do stories, self-defense stories in the first hour. I usually do that kind of stuff in the first hour because we got so many announcements and blah, blah, blah. So I just throw this stuff in here in the first hour and get into business in the second and third hour. But I got this, I saw this story, and the headline says, police say shooter's gun jammed during office rampage. Ladies and gentlemen, in my classes, I'm a firearms instructor. I've been doing it for years, done all sorts of stuff, okay? And in my classes, I teach that you must be able to clear your weapon if it malfunctions. Because if it does, all you have is a paperweight. Doesn't do you any good. You need to learn how to use other people's weapons as well. There's common threads in these weapons. So when I saw this article, it was a proof in the pudding why it's so important. Police say shooter's gun jammed during office rampage. The shooter who killed this is a story that happened in, I don't know, but it happened some time ago. The shooter who killed 3 people in the lobby of a downtown Cincinnati office high-rise could have killed many more if his gun hadn't jammed during the 4-minute rampage. New released security footage from inside the lobby showed the gunman firing randomly while carrying a briefcase with hundreds of rounds of ammunition over his shoulder. The footage also showed 29-year-old Omar Enrique Santa Perez walking quickly past security turnstile Thursday morning just as he was shot by police officers and fired through the plate glass window. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Isaac said investigators looked at the 9mm handgun that Santa Perez bought legally in August and noticed it had jammed at some point. He had fired 35 rounds inside the lobby, and receptionists and other workers starting their day ducking for cover and all that kind of stuff. What I'm trying to get at is this. The shooter had a malfunction with his firearm. He was going in there with a whole bunch of ammo, which meant he wanted to kill a whole bunch of people. His firearm malfunctioned. Because of the malfunction, he couldn't get it back up and running. He was killed. What if that's you, ladies and gentlemen? What if you are in a situation where you need to use your firearm and it malfunctions? Are you just going to stop in the fight because the gun malfunctioned? Or are you going to learn to do what it takes to clear the malfunction? This is very important. I don't care if you got a license to carry or not. If you own a firearm and you're thinking about having it for self-defense and you don't know how it functions or how to clear it or whatever, you are making a very big mistake. You need to understand how it works. Make sure you understand how to clear it, and that's what I do. I teach it very well. If you're interested, give me a call. This is not a promo for me, but it ends up being a promo for me. That is, I'm very willing and able and to set up a class with you to teach you how to do that. But
well, one of the things, too, is you not only need to be able to clear your weapon and know how to clear your weapon, but you need to be able to do it quickly. Because when you, and your video today up on Facebook is a perfect example. You ran out of bullets.
Actually, that's not on Facebook yet. The one I showed you is not on Facebook.
Okay.
This is a different video, but I will be
But anyway,
posting
he's got one that's, he ran out of bullets and he emptied the magazine and the guy is coming after him and the guy, it didn't take long for him to overcome you. Mm-hmm. And so, and how are you going to, fix your weapon when someone's coming at you anyway?
That's right. So you need to learn to do it
You have to learn how to
fast.
do it under pressure.
All right, Richard, let me get you on the air before I run out of time on this break and see. Richard has called, thinks he knows the answer. Oh, tell me, oh wise one, do you know the answer to the question? Richard, can you hear me? Richard, talk to me.
Hello.
Okay, there you go, buddy. Go ahead.
I said, much to learn you have. Anyway, it's Ewan McGregor, a.k.a. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is right. What was the giveaway line?
I have the high ground, and you're the chosen one, or whatever. I saw that whole scene transpire in my mind. I mean, I'm a Star Wars nerd. Okay.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. Look, I got about 20 seconds, so what do you want, man? I can give you a cup, a poster, a koozie, a bag.
I want a whistle.
You want a whistle? You got it, buddy. I will have that whistle up there with Sissy. Do you know where the office is?
Yes, I know where the office is. I actually want AJ's painting if he ever poses, because I'm the one that introduced him to Lynn Woolley's show.
I didn't catch that, but look, I got to take a break, but I'll have that whistle up front for you, okay?
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody, we'll take a break. See you on the other side.
Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop auto shop, family-owned and operated at 1402 North 3rd Street in Temple. Why go to another dealer? Quick Wrench Automotive, a full-service preventive maintenance and automotive repair center, offers a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on most repairs nationwide, which also includes complimentary roadside assistance. Quick Wrench also offers the best price for oil changes around at $17.95 plus tax, which includes 5 quarts of oil, new oil filter, washer fluid, and complimentary 23-point inspection. Other great deals are available on our Facebook page as well as our website, QuickWrenchAutomotive.com. Give us a call Monday through Friday at 254-935-2145 to speak with an ASE certified technician. Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs.
Yeah, it's me, your heart. Listen to me. We've got to talk. High blood pressure is serious, and yours? Whoa. What happened to us? We used to be so much more active. But lately, you've been ignoring me. I know you think I'm just going to keep ticking away forever, but you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know that. But I like my job. Just treat me better. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. Let's get to it. After all, we're in this together.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
I was visiting my 75-year-old aunt the other day when her phone rang.
Hello? It's you again.
She seemed nervous.
Well, I don't think I need any more life insurance.
The caller was doing a great job keeping my aunt on the line.
Okay, so you need my credit card number?
My aunt went to get her purse, so I decided that I would ask a few questions. Well, as soon as I introduced myself, the caller hung up.
Gruff the Crime Dog here. Recognizing the signs of fraud can be difficult for older people. Often they're very trusting and consider it impolite to hang up. The National Crime Prevention Council wants to educate seniors so that these scams can be reported to local law enforcement agencies.
Financial fraud can include identity theft, fake check and wire transfer scams, investment and credit card fraud, and online charitable solicitations. Unfortunately, only 1 in 5 of these crimes are reported. To learn more, go to www.ncpc.org. That's ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Department of Justice.
Oh, come on, ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to...
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. Today is December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here, and I'm with Susan Sturl. Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
And I've got a cool story. I'll tell you what, if you want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. If you haven't figured it out, this is protocol. Every time I come on, I'm going to be doing numbers. Stream us live at logicnation.us, social media at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget, we got a new video posted up there. Like it and share it with everybody. And also check us out here in the studio at YouTube, at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Check out the video there as well. And subscribe to the channel. I'm very excited because I have Steve on the line, and he is going to share with us an Angel Unaware story. So, Steve, stand by. Let me get you on the line here and see what you got to say. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for listening. Steve, tell us all about it.
Okay, so before I start that, I want to relate the verse you were talking to about hospitality versus angels unknown, or angels unknown. So this was back before Israel was the Jewish territory. And the idea was that there were extremely strict rules to hospitality. When somebody came to your campsite, they didn't just walk in, right? But there were etiquette for them to follow to approach your campsite. And then when you accepted them into your campsite, there was etiquette for the host. Give them your food, give them your bed, protect them. They're under your protection. There was there was a very strict set of rules, and there was also a strict set of rules for passing each other on the road. So when it says maintain your hospitality, it means to say be inviting and follow the rules of a host or a guest, because you never know when you're inviting an angel to your table.
Very good.
And if you
Thank
turn
for
them
that.
from your table, you turn God away.
Thank you for that clarification. Very good.
So in mine, this relates to kind of like people passing on a road. This was about 3 or 4 years ago. And to cut down the backstory, my wife was in the hospital extremely sick. And I had to get her to El Paso to get her the right doctor. And I was in a very, very bad place. I had $225 to my name. I had spent all my money to do that. Luckily, her family had offered to house my kid in El Paso while I came back to go to class at UMHB. So I get off the plane, and I get into a taxi. And little did I know, I had left my wallet in the taxi, and it had all of my money in it. So the next day, I didn't realize this till the next morning. So the next morning, I call the taxi company thinking, oh, well, at least maybe I can at least get my wallet back. And they're like, yeah, your wallet's right here. So I went to go pick my wallet up from the taxi company, and every penny of my money was in my wallet. And I was in such a dark place. I'd had about 10 days of nothing but bad news, right? And I just broke down right there in the hallway. And I might get a little emotional, but like I broke down in the hallway, and the lady who was there, I swear to God, it was like time stood still. All she did was reach down and touch me and said, "You are not alone."
Wow.
And it was like everything fell off my shoulders. And I was, you just know when God is with you. And it was that one moment that like proved everything I've always felt. And she just said, "You're not alone." And
Steve,
put her hand on my shoulder.
Let me back you up there. I told one of my episodes about He Can Fix It. Another episode was I'm tending bar, and this woman comes out of nowhere. She looks at me, and she says, "I want to pray for you." I put my hand across the bar. She put her hand on my hand, and she prayed for me, and it was a moment that I cannot describe, out of nowhere. So, yes, those are angel unawares.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
So,
well, here's the best part about it was, all I did was look her in the eye and say, "I am so sorry. I have had a bad week." And she said, "I understand. Let me borrow some of that." Last time I ever saw her.
I appreciate you calling up and telling us that, Steve. I know sometimes these things are very personal, but for you to put it on the air here for everybody to share, I think is a great thing, and I appreciate you.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That moment may have saved my life. The following days may have been way darker than I could have handled, and I needed some kind of sign to let me know I wasn't alone.
Well, I hope this phone call and you being on the air is an angel unaware to a whole bunch of other people, and they can hear that and get some type of uplifted moment out of their dark area or despair, hearing that, you were there and somebody lifted you up. I was there, somebody lifts me up. So hopefully people out there will listen, hear it, have faith, have hope, continue on. So,
well, I hope so too, because I honestly did not know I was in that dark area until that moment.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Well, Steve, I appreciate your call. We're coming up to a break, so I'm going to have to let
God
you go.
is real, isn't he?
But I appreciate the call. Thank you very much for listening. Thanks for sharing. Wow, that was pretty wild. If you've got a story of a angel unaware, I'd love to hear it. And I think there's a lot of people out there who would love to hear it, and there's a lot of people out there that probably need to hear it. So if you want, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Don't forget to stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. I've got the video up there. Check it out. Like it and share it. Also, you can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. The video is there as well, too. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to support the sponsors who support the program. Without the support of the sponsors, the program can't be on the air. So you support them, they support us. It's a circle of life, and we appreciate it very much. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on. See you on the other side.
DWI and criminal defense attorney Ed Laughlin.
Just because you or a loved one has been pulled over or arrested for DWI does not mean you're guilty of DWI. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and to be arrested and charged with DWI, the officer has to only have probable cause that you're intoxicated. It's only the officer's opinion. However, to be convicted of DWI, your guilt must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, which is a much stricter burden. If you have been arrested for DWI or any other offense and want an attorney who will rigorously defend you, call me at 1-800-492-2589 or log on to my website at edlaughlin.com. Over the past 25 years as an attorney, I've been both a prosecutor and now a defense attorney. You need an experienced attorney who will work hard to get you the justice that you deserve.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed now at 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. First visit is always free. You're going to feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in names and numbers.
Here at the Logic Nation, we often encourage you to be logical. Now, I've got two more great words to live by. Get supplied. With Studio L as a center point, Smith Supply will provide you with everything to clean anything and deliver it on time within 150 miles. That means we can deliver cleaning supplies to any facility, any business, including hotels and motels, even industries and factories, anywhere in the Killeen, Temple, Fort Hood Metro, Waco, and Austin. No matter where you are, we can ship to your order. We also provide janitorial services and building maintenance in some areas, and our Temple showroom and our online catalog are open to the public. We're here to save you money and get your supplies to you on time, every time. So, get supplied. Since 1961, we're Smith Supply, 254-773-3592, and online at smithsupply.com.
The attorneys at Capellino, Dodd & Krebs, LLP never settle for anything less than you deserve. In America, drunk driving has become the most frequently committed crime, and it happens in Texas more than any other state. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, you are entitled by law to compensation. If you or a loved one has been injured, visit respectforyou.com. That's respectforyou.com. The attorneys of Capellino, Dodd & Krebs, LLP can help you. Call 800-460-0606.
If you're an advertiser, think about this.
Your prospects are bombarded with messages. Some, like TV commercials, can be fun. Some, like pop-ups and spam, are annoying.
And in a crowded media environment, it's important that you stand out.
That's why we seek out great sponsors with products and services that make your life better.
We feature your message in a radio show that's upfront, never background, and we talk about you on air.
It's all about branding and keeping your product top of mind.
So call or email us today.
Be part of the Logic Nation radio family.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here. I'm with Susan Sterl. If you want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio and YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. And I've got videos both on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out. It's a good explanation to a situation that can potentially happen. And it's wise and good to learn it and know it so you know how to handle it. So it's Facebook at Logic Nation Radio and YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Number, once again, is 866-895-6442. I had some comments made or statements or questions, however you want to put it. And this has to do with guns and God and all that. So I wrote something in response to these comments, and hopefully it'll resonate with whoever's listening about those comments. And it goes like this. I've got it titled here. It's a short thing. It's called Ignorant to the Bible. Some may wonder how, as a Christian, I can favor guns when those guns can take a life. Thou shalt not kill is the commandment they refer to. I, too, when I was ignorant to this, asked the same question. But through study of the Bible, I have come to learn the commandment. When researched, you'll realize that the word kill means to murder. To kill and to murder are two different things. Let me give definitions to both of these terms. First one is kill. Kill. Cause the death of a person, animal, or other living thing. Murder is the unlawful, premeditated killing of one human being by another. Now, ladies and gentlemen, no sane human wants to murder another human. However, sometimes it may happen in self-defense or by total accident. There is one thing I can assure anyone in doubt. When your life is in danger, you're going to wish you had a gun, or you're going to pray that someone shows up with a gun pretty fast. There's a false narrative out there that guns murder people. Guns do not murder people. People murder people. All I want to do is stop the murderer or aggressor from trying to murder me or assault me. So instead of us all talking potentially with ignorance, let's all study the matter and finally put it to rest. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look up the origins of where these words come from, I'm not a biblical scholar, but I got it in my head, so I'll try to explain it really quick. One word means murder, one word means kill, and it's clearly explained in the Bible if you study the Bible and you reference the origins of the words and how they're used and the context they're used, so on and so forth. Now, yes, because think about it, the Lord has had many times people slain because they're after the Jews or whatever, because they're not righteous or they're not or they're evil, or they're trying to take his chosen people. So it's defense. But somebody who blatantly murders for self or sordid gain, that's murder. Now, there are people out there with malicious intent who will take a firearm to murder people with. And then there's people like us who have good intent, who take the firearm to stop the murderer. And in the process, the murderer might be killed. It wasn't premeditated. It wasn't malicious. It was necessary for the moment. So I hope that any of those out there who may be confused with how that works, that may have clarified it. If not, I suggest please go study your Bible some more. Google it. Okay? You'll have many methods, many means, many forms, many ways to figure out the true meaning of that commandment, thou shalt not kill. No sane human wants to kill. So if you got a comment or you'd like to add to that, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. Stream us live at logicnation.us, or check out our social media at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio and YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. We'll take a break. See you on the other side.
Excuse me, I know you have a 9 o'clock, so I'll keep this short. I'm the business suit in the back of your closet. You wore me nearly every day before your office went, quote, casual. I used to be the CEO of your closet. Now I'm just that one intern no one ever talks to. I always thought you'd circle back with me, get granular, keep me in the pipeline. But nada, nothing. Don't you remember the McKittrick presentation? You spilled coffee on me, and I still looked amazing during the breakout talkback Q&A. So, I think it's time for me to move on. I've got a great resume, and I absolutely crush it in interviews, okay? Let's make this a clean break. Shift the paradigm. The only thing I ask is that you think outside the box here and do this. Take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create new jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up, just like that.
Giving up on what?
On getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Olivia from Washington. Laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that mommy and daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. We're finishing up the 8 o'clock hour. And I got Con on the line. Con, stand by for a second. If you want to be part of the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. And YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget, I've got videos posted up there at both Facebook and YouTube. I think you'll find it very interesting. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube at YouTube or youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio, and like us and share us on Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Let me get Con on the line. He's got a comment about what I just read, and he's got, I think, an Angel Unaware story if it's short. And let's see what he's got. Con, first of all, Con, I want to say to you, thank you for you and Shane for covering for me and Susan on Friday. I appreciate it very much. I was able to have a nice 4-day break. Thank you very much for doing that.
Well, I had fun doing it, and I think Shane did too. And, you know, I'm always willing whenever I'm needed. But as far as someone associating guns and not being a Christian, I'd like to comment on that just briefly. You're talking about murder. Unless I'm mistaken, and keep in mind, I am not a biblical scholar, but I believe the Bible refers to murder as the shedding of innocent blood. So if you're worried about guns, you might better be worried about abortion and a place like Virginia where they deliver the baby and then kill it if they don't like the color of its hair or whatever.
That's a great That's a great example of shedding innocent blood. Yes.
I think that's real murder. Defending yourself with a gun is not. I might also refer those people to Luke 22, verse 36, where Christ told his disciples, if you don't own a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. Now, he didn't say buy a pistol, but the sword was the sidearm of the day, much like a 9mm is today. So that's Christ's instruction to his disciples and to us. You need to be able to defend yourself, and it doesn't matter whether you like guns or not. That's what it takes. Old Samuel Colt made a statement, I have just created the great equalizer.
That's right.
And that is very, very true. If you got several bad folks coming at you, what equalizes you with them is that Colt or Smith & Wesson
emphasize that over and
Yes.
over again.
Yes, if you got it and don't know what you got, you might as well have a rock.
That's right.
But anyway, that's all I need to say.
Well, tell me, you said
I've
you had
got
a story, an unaware story. You got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Well, I'll be as brief as I can. I was going through Temple, I think Friday, I think it was, and I just got the urge to take my cap off and put my cowboy hat on. And I was not going into the sun. I was going east. About an hour later, or 30 minutes later, I was going west on Loop 363. I got to the viaduct where there was a wreck right at the top of the viaduct over the railroad tracks there. Well, because I was wearing a cowboy hat where the brim pulls down in the front, I looked and just barely saw a police officer standing right in the middle of my lane. Had I been wearing this cap instead of that hat, I would have hit that police officer. Now, I did not, an angel didn't speak to me. I didn't get slapped upside the head and say, change your headgear. That didn't happen. It was just a gut feeling. So my point of that is sometimes you're inspired to do something and it benefits someone else, not yourself.
Con, some people may say it's just coincidence, but a person who is a believer and understands and hears and can understand the voice of the Lord. And what I mean by that is you study him enough, you know when he's talking to you. You get these pangs or these pricks and, somebody's poking you. Hey, it's your conscience, which is through the Spirit, and it's telling you, hey, I'm talking to you. Listen to me. Put your other hat on. Cause,
he doesn't have to slap you upside the head. Sometimes it's just a gut feeling. I don't know why I changed my cap to my hat, but I did. And there's a police officer this morning that woke up and went to work that would not have woke up this morning if I'd been wearing a cap.
That's right.
So
all right,
that's
we're gonna take a top of the hour break. I appreciate your call, Con, and appreciate you filling in. You and Shane on Friday. Thank you very much. We're gonna take a break, top of the hour. When we come back, we'll continue on. And I'd like to hear from you. 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Like us and share us. And YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Subscribe to the channel. Take a break. See you on the other side.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. We've got more food in our country than we know what to do with. Food at the grocery store and food in the vending machines, fast food, health food, and seafood. We've got so much food that anything people don't buy, we just throw out. Yet 17 million kids in America struggle with hunger. That ain't right. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Yeah, I made that up. It's kind of catchy. Hello, people. This isn't rocket science. We could solve hunger today. To start, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. That's a website. Duh. We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I'm a veteran. My victory was admitting I had PTSD and getting help.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I no longer see it as a weakness, but as a sign of strength. I call it post-traumatic growth.
DAV provides a lifetime of support, helping veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I am a veteran. I lost both legs in Vietnam.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans so they can reach victories great and small.
My victory was getting my benefits and a good education.
I'm a veteran. When I got out, I felt like nowhere was safe. My victory was finding the help I needed.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
Thanks to DAV, now I feel like I'm human again.
Help support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. Today's December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here. I'm with Susan Sturl, and we're having a good time. Had a great first hour. Looking forward to another one. Hope to hear from you. Give us a call at 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. It pumps me up to hear your stories, and we got a whole bunch of other articles to talk about soon to come up, facing the world, the nation, the whole works, and it's always good to hear some uplifting stuff because we hear a plethora of bad stuff that just brings you down, and we need an uplift, and so hopefully this will happen. Now I've got AJ on the line, and AJ is always good for an uplifting comment. And I want to hear what he's got to say. So, AJ, welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
What's going on, Big Timer? And I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and the year's prospered. Even though the liberals, they seem to think that we're in a bad way after 8 years of Obama. I'm like, well, come on, 3 years of Trump and we doing better than 8 of Obama.
You know, AJ, I don't know about you, man, but this impeachment stuff doesn't even bother me. It's a show. It's impeachment theater, and I'm not even worried about it. What do you think?
I ain't worried about it either. It's just a joke. And what the media, they need to find some real stories to come across because, man, this is a joke what we've been watching with the impeachment and knowing that Obama and them did it. This is Obama stuff. This ain't Trump stuff, people. Trump wasn't in the White House when all this was going on. The man was just getting there. So it had to been going on, and then Lisa Page, she gets out talking, oh, I'm ready to talk now. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, what are you talking about? And then like I was telling Sue, that Biden, that is so weird, dude. Got them black kids around him talking about his hair, and he loved them sitting on his lap, blah, 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 blah.
I got that audio clip. I got that audio clip, AJ. You want to hear it?
Go ahead, let everybody hear that idiot,
all right,
man.
You stay on the line. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play it, and I'll come back to you, so stand by.
Gotcha.
All right, I got the audio clip, ladies and gentlemen, of creepy Joe Biden. I don't know what he's talking about. It's mumbo jumbo. So let me play it right now. Stand by, AJ.
That made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand.
What does he do?
And it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves. And Earl Larkin had a rough time.
I don't know what this guy's talking about, AJ. He's babbling.
He sounds like Obama. But wait a minute. What about the roaches? What did he say? That black folks roaches?
It sounds like he defecated on the bench. It sounds like he likes people stroking his leg. And
God dang it.
Guy's a
Oh my God. Man, dude, you can't write that script, man. No wonder Obama ain't bagging him. No wonder he kept him in the background.
Oh, like, come on, man. Give me a break. These guys are getting on Trump because, AJ, they're getting on Trump like this because they see what they've got coming up in the ranks. Even with Bloomberg and all that coming up. Forget it. He's not going to make it. Nobody's going to make it. And I forget the name. I got it somewhere here. That billionaire guy from Bet TV, Black Entertainment Television, he even said it.
Yeah, exactly. And we got one that dropped out, I heard. Somebody dropped out already. And a lot of them all of them need to drop out because all of them ain't got nothing but raising our taxes, want to take our guns away from us. And, hey, with that terrorist attack that they had in London, wow, somebody had a gun and when they showed that fake bomb and they shot him. And I'm just trying to figure out, guys, what they going to run on. I mean, just think if Trump had said what Biden said about the roaches and everything about the black.
AJ, I got a question for you, AJ. One of the guys who came to the rescue at the London stabbing was on a day pass, I believe, was convicted of murder for stabbing somebody and killing somebody. And he had up to life with a 15-year, you had to do 15 years, but for some reason he was out. He was one of the guys who ended up saving the day and taking this guy down. Does a guy like that deserve any type of heroship or leniency because he saves the day even though he committed a murder before?
Well, you got to know the full story about the murder, whether it's self-defense or whatever. Now, if he just went and murdered somebody, point blank, well, I don't know, maybe God just hit him upside the head and told him to do the right thing, But, you just got to know the full story about all of it.
I just found it interesting that somebody who does something like that comes to save the day. It's weird.
Well, I still think if you do a bad thing in the past, you have to pay for your.
You got a consequence.
You have to pay for your the consequences of what you've done, even though you're doing something good, and that's a good thing. But you still have your past to live with, and if you got a debt, you still have to pay it.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Unless God hit him upside the head, and it's sad that to go through all these changes. But real quick, guys, I know time is short, but you got to understand our country wasn't nothing like this until they put Barack Obama in there. If everybody looked back, none of this wasn't going on under George Bush or past presidents. The divide in our country has went total chaos since Obama walked in our White House, and the media helped him out. And now the media want to blame Trump for division. Are you serious?
AJ, I don't want to be naive. I mean, I know all presidents do crooked things, all of them. Even this one here probably has got to do some things behind the curtain because it keeps the peace or whatever. But Obama, definitely. I mean, just look back in the last 10 years. I'm in the gun business. I know, so I pay very much attention to it. It's unbelievable the doors he opened and the floodgates he opened, and this is what we have now because of that presidency. The other presidencies, this stuff was going on, but it was like, we're going to do this, but we need to keep this stuff in check, man. You can't let it get out of control. Obama said, screw that, let the doors open, the floodgates open. We got this mess to deal with.
Exactly. And look at the mess he left us behind, man. I mean, why nobody don't want to bring it up? And we know why the media doing it, because they kissed his butt for 8 years. And everybody know what went on that's got a brain. It's all Trump good and Trump this and Trump that. I mean, come on. And now look, get ready because, China don't want, since Trump signed that deal, China don't want to let our boy, let us go into Japan now. And it's just like everything Trump does is bad. Like the old record, everything good is bad, everything bad is good. I mean, it's just like what we watching with this media. I couldn't watch him over this past weekend too much because of the fact that they are not going for the American way. Look at our statues they took down. That was a learning thing.
10
Look
seconds.
at the schools' names they changed. I mean, with all under Obama, all that went on in the murder of our police officers.
All right, AJ, I got to
started
take
with
a hard
Obama.
break, buddy. I appreciate your call. If you want to hang tight, you
All
can.
right, guys, love you guys, and get ready. Here we go.
You or a loved one has been pulled over or arrested for DWI does not mean you're guilty of DWI. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and to be arrested and charged with DWI, the officer has to only have probable cause that you're intoxicated. It's only the officer's opinion. However, to be convicted of DWI, your guilt must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, which is a much stricter burden. If you have been arrested for DWI or any other offense and want an attorney who will rigorously defend you, call me at 1-800-492-2589 or log on to my website at edlaughlin.com. Over the past 25 years, as an attorney, I've been both a prosecutor and now a defense attorney. You need an experienced attorney who will work hard to get you the justice that you deserve.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed now at 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. First visit is always free. You're going to feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in names and numbers.
Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures. If you've decided to carry a handgun for self-defense, you better know what you're doing. If you don't, you better learn fast. Not only fast, but thoroughly. Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures fills the void between a Johnny wannabe and a person who has been properly trained in the proper handling and use of a firearm. Call me, Matt Petros, at 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com and set up a class or seminar to get you started on the road to proficiency with a firearm for self-defense. Go to our website, aaronsgunshop.com, and review the High Cap Adventures page. We have seminars to cover most forms of firearms training. Call 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com to get more information on how to get started with your training. The time for games is over. Reality starts now. aaronsgunshop.com.
Hello, it's me, the designer jeans in your closet, the back of your closet. What am I doing here? Would you keep caviar in the back of your fridge with the ketchup and old milk? Yeah, I don't think so. So, what happened to us? I mean, have you seen my label? I used to summer in the Hamptons, and now I'm stuck behind a pair of sweats. Sure, I never really fit you quite right, and one of my pockets is so small you can't even squeeze your hand into it. But it's all about the look. And I look good. I need to get back out on the scene so I can be seen. You know, going to fancy parties, getting expensive iced coffees, Sunday fun days, okay? So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create new jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. And Matt, your host here. If you want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. We've been talking about Angels Unaware. We're getting into politics now. We've got talking safety, craziness, all sorts of crazy stuff. If you want to be part of the show, or if you got a story of an Angel Unaware, I'd love to hear it. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social medias at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. I've got a video posted up there. Please check it out, like it, and share it with everybody. Also, go to YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Stream us live there, and also subscribe to the channel. That'd be a great help to us as well. And Susan, why don't we talk about Logic Fest? Because Logic Fest is going to be here before you know it, and we need to get everybody making sure they know what to do.
So Logic Fest is January 24th, 25th, and 26th. It's in Fredericksburg, Texas. It's going to be a great time. It's a gathering of like-minded conservative folks talking about things that we know are right. And there's 3 hotels. Basically, you can book Windcrest Inn and Suites, Sunset Inn and Suites, Econo Lodge, Barista's Guest Quarters. And there's free breakfast in the 3 hotels. You call in the radio station. I'll take your name and number, and we'll get you the special rates. There's a meal on Friday and Saturday night, and Ed and Con will do the show on Saturday, so you can sit in and watch or possibly get in on the show.
May yank you and put you behind a mic and say something, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's scary, don't you think?
So have your proper etiquette ready.
We're probably going to have a program on Friday and Saturday night, too. You'll get to meet us. There's great things to do there. There's a bunch of wineries. You can go taste wine. There's the Crossroads Saloon, country western dancing. You can,
And
you know,
who knows?
there's
I may
drinking.
be bartending. You never know.
That's right. There's an awesome World War II museum of the Pacific Realm.
Speaking
Nimitz.
of which, Susan, because it's so close, people need to go watch the movie Midway because a lot of it's going to be in the museum.
Exactly. The
And I hear
museum
it's
is fantastic. I have not been in a long time, and that's one of my destinations when I go because it's really first-class museum in the middle of Central Texas.
miles away from the ocean.
Yeah, and Nimitz was from Fredericksburg, and it was miles away from the ocean. He was a pretty it was kind of an unusual deal for him to be a Navy officer, and and come from Fredericksburg. There's great shopping for men and women there. Tons of great shopping. Custom boot place, Stetson hat shop, high-end weapons, ostrich. You could go and get yourself some ostrich boots made. There's just it's just a nice place. You can go to Enchanted Rock.
There's that one store I keep talking about on the strip there. It's a long, narrow store. It's got all these little knickknacks, paddywhacks, all the kind of things, And I spend a lot of time in there. I'm looking at all little things because when you pick up something, there's something behind that something. It's like, oh, that's cool too. So check it out. Maybe we can all go together and
we need to find out the name of that store.
Yeah, no, really. Now look, we were trying to get a charity going too, but until we figure out what we're doing, you're the pusher of paint.
Today I have this weekend I did a painting, and it's Merry Christmas from the Farm. You go to Sterl Fine Art Studio Facebook page, and on that page I have a photograph of the painting, and it's of a pig with apples and a Christmas tree.
Now Raymond won the sketch art of that.
Exactly. I did a sketch of it on Wednesday.
So Raymond, you need to check it out, man. What is it again? How they can?
Well, you can go to Facebook at Sterl Fine Art Studio, and you can buy a canvas print of it for $75. It's 11 by 14, and if you like it, so it's a pig. It's a pig. It's a happy pig.
It's
with a Christmas hat on
it's
and a
bow. It's the happiest looking pig I've ever seen.
And he's eating apples.
And I've seen a lot of pigs through a rifle scope. This one looks very happy. I
This
wouldn't
is
shoot
a pink
this
pig, not a wild pig.
Now look, also too, if I'm pretty excited about what I'm doing too. I've got my my Prepper Show podcast, the Aaron's High Cap Adventure podcast. You can check it out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. Got a new episode up there. Check it out. So just search High Cap Adventures and subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or Spotify. Check it out. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's only like 30, 40 minutes. You can listen to it while you're driving, but it's good prepper info. It's good Second Amendment info. Check it out. I think you'll like it. And we got 2 for a night this Friday at Aaron's Gun Shop. Aaron's Gun Shop Friday night, 6 o'clock. It opens up. And if you come with somebody else, it's you either pay half price or one person gets in for free. It all depends on how you look at it, okay? Also, I'm preparing a license to carry class December 14th. This will probably be my last public class for the year of 2019. So if you're looking to get a license to carry, you need to give me a call or an email at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com. And it's probably going to be December 14th. I'll confirm it probably by the end of the day and post it on my website. You can see it and register via the email there on the LTC page at aaronsgunshop.com. Okay? Now, I've got a audio clip of one of my favorite presidents, Ronald Reagan, because I'm going to read an article here about the black rifle, the scary gun. And Ronnie boy here he was at an NRA conference here, and he's just going to have a good time with it. So I want to play this real quick to set me up for what I'm going to read to you. And here we go.
You pointed out that police would be so busy arresting handgun owners that they would be unable to protect the people against criminals. It's a nasty truth, but those who seek to inflict harm are not fazed by gun control laws. I happen to know this from personal experience. I've always felt a special bond with the members of your group. You live by Lincoln's words. Important principles may and must be inflexible. Your philosophy put its trust in people, so you insist on individuals be held responsible for their actions. The NRA believes that America's laws were made to be obeyed and that our constitutional liberties are just as important today as 200 years ago. And by the way, the Constitution does not say that government shall decree the right to keep and bear arms. The Constitution says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Thank you very much. I wish I'd saved that and said it last.
That guy just knows how to say it at the right time, everybody. Now, look, he made a comment. He very, very much clarified what the Constitution says. It's not the government saying, boom, 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 boom. It's saying, look, your right is there, and it shall not be infringed. We're not giving you the right. You've always had it. I just want to make that clear, okay? And so, pretty cool. I got Mac the Mechanic in here. Mac, what's the topic today?
Man, I don't know.
Well, we're talking headlights then.
Yeah, you text me about headlights. I was going to talk about TechNet too. Man, let's talk about this Kolache that's sitting right here in front of me.
All right, everybody. If you want to if you want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. I had an article, and the reason I played this clip is because I had this article on 8 times law-abiding citizens saved lives with the AR-15 rifle. It could be a pistol, too. So I've only got about a minute here, so I'm going to touch on it real quick, and then I'll get into the 8 points. But basically, it says, why would any law-abiding citizen need an AR-15? The question has been a favorite talking point of gun control advocates in recent months, grating the ears of many lawful owners of the popular semi-automatic rifle. Never mind that the rifle of any kind account for a fraction of the gun deaths every year, or that some of the worst public mass shootings in American history have taken place with nothing more than handguns. Never mind that the gun has been readily available to civilians since 1963 and yet has only recently been considered a serious public safety threat worthy of a complete ban. Why? Because AJ, remember that conversation we had about how the floodgates got opened up? That's when it all started happening, is when somebody, a presidency ago, not the one in the current White House, but the one before that, opened the floodgates and this whole country went to you-know-what. They went to Schiff, down the Schiffer. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop here. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll have Mac the Mechanic on, and I'll finish up on this article later on. Give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. See you on the other side.
Divorce attorney Ed Laughlin. Is your marriage on the rocks? Have you been wanting to get a divorce but just haven't found an attorney that you can afford? Well, your search for an affordable attorney is finally over. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and I've been helping Texans get fast, inexpensive, hassle-free divorces for 25 years. I offer reasonable fees and always allow my clients to pay out their fees in payments that they can afford. Call me today at 773-8399 or toll-free 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment to get started. The first visit is always free.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed Laughlin today at 1-800-492-2589 or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589 or online at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589. Let Ed help you with all your legal needs. You'll feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in Names and Numbers.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Every driver has met that guy who resents you for driving the speed limit and respecting traffic signals. You know, the guy who's entitled to cut you off because he always has a more important place to be than you do. That guy who lets you know you're in the way of his mission. That guy who refuses to come to a complete stop at the stop sign because he always comes first. That guy who doesn't think that bumper-to-bumper traffic applies to him. That guy who does everything in his power to make the road a more dangerous place to drive. If you've never met that guy, think about it. Maybe it's because you are that guy.
Aggressive drivers. They aren't just rude, they can be deadly. Don't be that guy. Be safe, drive smart. Sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Here's the way most people think of work zones on Texas highways.
I drive all over the state, and work zones are everywhere. They really slow me down.
They make me crazy. I have to drop my speed from 65 to 55 to 45. Can't they just finish already?
I depend on my cruise control, but every time I come into a work zone, I've got to turn it off and on and off and back on again. It's frustrating.
And those frustrations are understandable. But if people thought about it realistically, they might say things like this.
I'm slowing down and being extra careful because I don't want to cause a crash or get hurt or kill somebody.
Oh, sure, it's a pain right now, but when they're finished, we're going to have the best roads in the country.
Work zone ahead. Fines double. I'm slowing down.
Last year, more than 15,000 crashes occurred in Texas work zones, and more than 100 people lost their lives. So when you enter a work zone, slow down, pay extra attention, and stay away from that cell phone. Be safe. Drive smart. This message brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Y'all rocking out there? Welcome back to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here with Susan Sterling. And guest in the house, Mac the mechanic from Quick Wrench Automotive. Mac, how you doing, buddy?
Great, man. Appreciate it. It's always a pleasure.
I can't tell you owe me. You owe me. I said this last week, but I'm saying it even more now. You owe me, dude. Medical bills. Medical bills.
Medical bills.
I'm carrying duffel bags of fan mail for you. I'm telling
great.
you, you're a big hit.
It's
you're
like
a star.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic little satchel.
So I don't know. I think are you getting hammered with customers or what?
Yeah, it's actually doing great. I appreciate all the business. People coming in, just finding us, being on the radio and stuff. I mean, we're a pretty nice shop, pretty big, take up almost a whole block. Actually, I think we do take the whole block up. But people come in like, do you know you're here? It's like, heard you on the radio. I was like, well, I guess it works. So
Fantastic.
That's why I'm here, man. So it's exciting.
Now, the reason we have Mac on, 1, he's a good friend. 2, he's my personal mechanic. 3, he does a great job. 4,
keep him going. I like this. This is nice. This room's getting smaller.
And 4, I wanted you on because you're a plethora of knowledge, and I'm a prepper kind of guy, okay? And I know I can't go anywhere if my vehicle's not working right. So there's all these little tricks
Yep.
of the trade. And you've given us many tricks of the trade
Yep.
in the last couple months, 2-3 months. How long have you been here?
I don't know, man.
About 3 months now. This is about the third month.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
cool. Awesome.
And I've
Time
learned,
flies. We're in December, almost out of
learned
2019.
a lot of tricks,
I
man.
know.
So we're going to talk
Hard to
about
believe.
headlights today
Yep.
because the reason I'm concerned about it was with my other vehicle. I had a Mustang, and one of the headlights were slightly crooked. It drove me crazy.
Yeah.
But what happened was I got a little bump, and what happened, the bracket got crooked, so you couldn't really straighten it out. So I had to deal with a little crooked headlight. But that, one, messes up your field of view when you're driving down the road.
Yep.
Two, it messes up people looking at you. And three, you don't really want to see the storm clouds. You want to see the road.
That's it.
So let's talk
You know,
about headlights and everything. That goes
Yeah,
with it.
headlights, those are very, very important, at nighttime. There's different color top lights out there. They have the blue, they have
Which
the
are
white,
very
the bright white.
distracting, by the way.
Yes, the blue ones are. I have a fan. I mean, my wife drives one that has the blue ones on it. They're actually really nice for the driver, really bad for everybody else, in my opinion.
Well, let's start right there. Isn't there any type of what's the word I'm looking for? Specifics of the law as to how the lights are needed to look?
There's supposed to be a minimum requirement. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I think it's, I want to say it's lower than 32 inches. So almost 3 feet up. So that way it doesn't shine in the light. They're straight in the eyes of the driver of the oncoming traffic.
You're talking the center of the headlight beam must be approximately 3 feet above the ground.
Or lower.
Or
So
lower.
that
Can't
way,
be higher than 3
yeah,
feet.
and I could be wrong. It could be a hair higher. Kind of like when you see when these jacked up trucks driving down the road, diesel trucks. They're everywhere, or gas.
I was just going to say that.
And those headlights are way up there in the air.
I had a friend of mine who's got one of those high ones, and a DPS guy says, these lights are cool, but they have to be down here.
Yep.
Yep.
And reason being, his lights could be on low, and they're just a plain Jane white bulb light, but they're just at the right angle to go right into your eyes. Kind of like when the sun sets. It's always bright, but until it hits that moment of the day and hits you just right, you just can't see. So that's pretty important. But for the car or the driver, the blue lights are really cool. I don't know if it's the spectrum or what, but you can just see more stuff out there. It just lights it up brighter, better.
Is the blue light a
everything.
color or is it LED?
LED is a
Good
different
question.
type of light.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the blue light's not LED. It's
Nope,
just
it's just a
regular
color
light,
spectrum.
but it's
Yep, kind of like at your
it's
home.
cool. It's a
Yep.
cool color, and I'm an artist.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
It's
Is it
warm
really?
and cool light.
Yes,
So
yes.
the blue light's cool.
But the blue light's cool. You see it on your
Is it
higher end
really
vehicles.
blue, or is
Mhm.
that how it comes out as blue?
That's a good question. Who says blue is blue? I don't know. But to me, it looks blue. It comes out, the bulb's coated blue.
Wait,
It comes out.
let me clarify the
Oh,
question.
Lord. Here we go.
An oncoming driver sees blue.
Oh, yeah, you
but
can
the
tell they're blue.
driver
Sees blue.
Sees blue too.
Yep.
Okay.
It's in your higher end vehicles.
I think you would equate it to if you're hunting, it'd be a white light versus a green light.
There you go.
Okay.
Or a red light,
Or a
stuff
red
like
light.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So blue lights, they're great. You can upgrade your normal bulbs to the blue bulbs. Go to the local store, or you can come to me, Quick Wrench Automotive. So we'll put them in for you. So, but
Is there an advantage?
for me to put them in,
No.
yeah, you don't get your hands dirty.
In other words, somebody buys a brand new car. I got my car, okay?
Uh-huh.
Somewhat a brand new car. And it's got the white lights. What would be my advantage to put the blue lights in?
Brighter, see more, cover more area. It's kind of like walking with a dim flashlight or a good flashlight. If it's pitch black at night and you're walking around, you can't see very much with a little dim light, but you get a better flashlight.
So the
you can see
blue
more.
light it has a larger reach as far as light.
It's kind of weird because my wife, she drives an Infiniti. So it's got a blue light, and compared to my Dodge Ram, which have HIDs, which are the new style, they're HIDs. They're really bright. Her blue lights are brighter than my HIDs just because of the color spectrum, I think. You just see things better.
Now, look, I got my car, brand new car in 2017, and I was getting flashed headlights because my lights were so bright. And I'm thinking, how do I dim these things? I'm at the lowest setting I can go. There's nothing I can do. There's got to be something.
They're just getting brighter out there. Unfortunately, Chevys, what I look for when a car's coming at me, if it has like a halo around the light, like a fuzz around it, that's on bright. If it doesn't have the halo, it's on dim. So that's to me though. So when I'm driving, they're like, "Oh, the lights are bright," and I'll flash them, and I'm like, "No, good Lord, they got brighter." But yeah, lights are very important. So, but we'll continue on. About the cover of the lens and everything.
Cover lens, angles of the lens, how they're supposed to be positioned.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we'll take a break. If you want to give Mac a call here, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live. Go to Facebook at Logic Nation Radio, YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget to subscribe and to like us. We'll see you on the other side.
Here at the Logic Nation, we often encourage you to be logical. Now, I've got 2 more great words to live by. Get supplied. With Studio L as a center point, Smith Supply will provide you with everything to clean anything and deliver it on time within 150 miles. That means we can deliver cleaning supplies to any facility, any business, including hotels and motels, even industries and factories, anywhere in the Killeen, Temple, Fort Hood Metro, Waco, and Austin. No matter where you are, we can ship to your order. We also provide janitorial services and building maintenance in some areas, and our Temple showroom and our online catalog are open to the public. We're here to save you money and get your supplies to you on time, every time. So, get supplied. Since 1961, we're Smith Supply, 254-773-3592, and online at smithsupply.com.
Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop auto shop, family-owned and operated at 1402 North 3rd Street in Temple. Why go to another dealer? Quick Wrench Automotive, a full-service preventive maintenance and automotive repair center, offers a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on most repairs nationwide, which also includes complimentary roadside assistance. Quick Wrench also offers the best price for oil changes around at $17.95 plus tax, which includes 5 quarts of oil, new oil filter, washer fluid, and complimentary 23-point inspection. Other great deals are available on our Facebook page as well as our website, QuickWrenchAutomotive.com. Give us a call Monday through Friday at 254-935-2145 to speak with an ASE certified technician. Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs.
Need to sell your house? Most agents will put a sign in the ground, post it, and pray. My name is Ryan Smith of the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team and Keller Williams Realty. My business is based on getting top dollar for my clients. I believe in that so much that I will put my money where my mouth is. I will guarantee to sell your house in 90 days or less, or I'll sell it for free. I've developed an exclusive marketing system proven to get you up to 18% more money. If you want to know how I do it, I'll send you a copy of my marketing plan for free. 254-213-5335. Using my system, I recently sold a house for David and Janice in Temple's Bentwood subdivision for more than they even thought their house was worth. My system gets full price offers, multiple offers, and bidding wars. That means you make the most money. Don't take chances with your equity. No obligation. There's no commitments. You're not happy? I'll let you out of the program. There's literally no reason not to call us. 254-213-5335. That's 254-213-5335. We are the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team. Call us today and start packing tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. I'm telling you, you need to learn how to read lips.
No. Mics are on now. We're good.
Welcome back to Logic Nation, December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here. I'm with Susan Sterl. I got Mac, the mechanic from Quick Wrench Automotive. Mac, we're getting all sorts of favorable texts and comments and calls. I actually got a call here from Susan. And Susan, stand by. I'll get you on in just a second. And if you want to be part of the show, give us a call at 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Like us. Subscribe to the channel at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Those are all the ways you can help us, if not by supporting the sponsors who support the programs like Mac here, for example.
Yep. Good program.
A lot of people coming to you. I'm so excited to hear that. I mean, we got other sponsors to say that as well, but they don't come on the show.
Like I tell everybody,
they're more bashful. They don't want to come on the show.
We're family owned and operated, so you spend money with us, we spend money back in the community. So if you go to these big stores, you spend money with them. Do they give it back to the community? Not real sure.
Goes up the corporate chain, buddy.
Pretty much till you reach the top.
All right, I got Susan on the line. She's got a question. Susan, stand by. Let me square you away here. And it's always a pleasure. I'm thanking you that you listen. And welcome to the program, Susan. Susan.
Hey, Matt. Thanks a lot for taking my call. Matt, my question is, my headlights are cloudy. And it's so annoying because this particular...
We had that question. We had that question here in the studio. Go ahead.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
No,
I
we haven't
asked the
talked
same
about it.
question.
Yeah, so you great minds are thinking alike here,
Exactly.
Susan. So go ahead.
Yep.
What a compliment. Anyhow, so my last, and you probably can guess, it's a Toyota. My last Toyota, to replace each headlight was $1,800.
Whoa.
That's
Oh
that's a
my
vacation right there.
Say what? Why $1,800?
So
Oh, yeah, that would be two.
yes,
And so,
that's
but anyhow,
Go ahead.
well, currently my headlights are clouding up again, and yeah, I've heard that if you mess with them, it really just makes the problem worse. So I haven't done anything yet, but I'm going to have to do something here pretty soon.
Well-
What do you suggest?
Come see me. It won't be $1,800. There's two options actually. You can actually take the headlights out and have them refinished. I know this because my brother's a paint and body guy, really good one. He does a lot of headlights for me. You can do it at home or you can have a kit. I don't recommend that because they will last probably about 2-3 months. The haze cover over the lights is actually the sun baking the coating off the lights on the outside. So what has to happen is you have to remove that and then put a new clear coat back over it. When you put the new clear coat back over it, just like your car paint or something like that, it's a protective layer with UV protectant. And when you put that clear coat, they'll look brand new.
Now, these people know that they sell those kits. They know what you just said, but
Yes.
the public doesn't. So you come back in
That's
3
it.
months and buy another kit.
Well, what I want to know is why can't they make a headlight that does not do that?
They send a man to the moon,
aren't we
Susan,
smart
but they
enough
don't
to do
make-
that?
Yes.
Exactly. That's
So
exactly
don't-
my point.
And if you can't refinish them, I mean, almost all of them can be refinished. But the big thing is you can go with an aftermarket headlight. If you go with the OEM ones, they're just really expensive. That's just all there is to it. If they are HIDs, the HID assemblies, those are on up though. That's probably what you have on your Toyota. So what I would recommend is to refinish it. It would take probably about 2 days. Take the headlight out. We can ship them off or whatever. Take them to a body shop. Get them completely sanded down, recoated, everything. They'll look brand new.
Look, I can attest to this when it comes to wheels. I had some wheels on my car that were stock, but I bought some aftermarket wheels, Susan, and it's like somebody got too close to the curb. And somebody was telling me, you can go get them refinished, make it look brand new. I was skeptical, right?
Yep.
Had it done, my jaw dropped. I go, oh my gosh, I got a set of rims for super freaking cheap because I knew the inside scoop. So now you just got the inside scoop, Susan.
Yep. So don't go pay that.
I
Save
sure
that money
did.
for Christmas. And then, you can come see me and we can help you out with that stuff. A lot cheaper.
Alrighty. What do you think the lifespan is with this recoating?
The recoating, you're going to be good for at least typically 5 years. So most clear coats are good for 5 years.
Oh.
So,
You probably sell the
Longer than
car
I
by
have
then.
now, so.
yeah, I've done numerous sets and they're still going good with no problem, no fading, nothing.
Susan, that was
All
a
right,
great
thanks y'all
question.
so
I
much.
got about 20 seconds. You got any final comments you want to say?
No, I'm just glad you took my call. Thanks again.
I appreciate you calling and listening. Thanks a lot. Everybody, we're going to be taking a break.
You're
When we come back, we'll finish up this hour with Mac the Mechanic, Quick Wrench Automotive. And if you want to be part of the show, give us a call at 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. See you on the other side.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C. Take charge.
Gotta get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D. Help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online for like a year. She couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, at-risk teens, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you to store your firearms safely. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here, getting a lot of good information coming in via text, phone call, email, and all sorts of stuff. Mac, you're a big hit. Everybody's loving you here.
Sweet.
Quick Wrench Automotive. Tell them how they can get a hold of you real quick.
Yeah, quickwrenchautomotive.com. Go on Facebook, like us, which I found out I have an error on my Facebook page, so that really made me upset. So anyways, got to go in and correct that. But yeah, Facebook, quickwrenchautomotive at gmail.com. You can email me. You can actually just come to the store, 1402 North 3rd Street. We're here locally.
For you old people, it's right across the street from the old Coca-Cola plant.
Yep.
For you new people, it's across from the Perry Supply Store.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. It's a big deal. It's Nugent and 3rd Street, so we take up a lot. We got a lot of banners hanging. So, but yeah, definitely call us, come in, check us out, whatever. Just see what we're all about.
Okay, look, we got a short segment before the top of the hour news break. I want to talk about the headlights more. Alignment. Sometimes they get out of alignment. It causes a lot of confusion for you. Yep. You're like saying, I can see great on the left side, but the right side is up. I'm looking at Big Dipper. I'm looking at Orion's belt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, that's a good thing. You know, just if your lights are not pointing in the correct direction, it's not going to work as good. And the light's only going to cover. Think of a piece of pie. So the beam's going to start off at the edge of the piece of pie, and then it gets wider as it goes out. So keep that in perspective. Each lot has a piece of pie beaming out. Well, if one's pointing to the right and one's pointing to the left, you're going to have a gap in the middle where the two pies don't come together.
And that's where the hog is going to be.
Yep, that's where that deer's going to be staring in the headlights at you, and you're not even going to see him. So, but a good trick of the trade, pretty much everybody's got garage doors, or you have access to pull up to a garage door. Well, these nice little lines on all these garage doors are very helpful. That's what we usually use to aim headlights. So we'll actually pull you up to our garage door. We'll close it, and then we use the lines on there to see exactly where your headlight's pointing. If it's pointing off to the right, if it's pointing straight ahead, if it's pointing hair high, hair low. So we try to get those right where they should be, so those piece of pies all come together. So your center section is your brightest, and it kind of fades out to the right.
Can you give a giveaway if somebody wanted to do it on their own? How
Sure.
do you do it?
You know, screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, mostly. Most headlights are adjustable. Sometimes they're not. The higher end ones don't have too many adjustments anymore. They're auto adjusted by computers and stuff. But yeah, so usually you can go on YouTube videos or something like that
What would
to
be
adjust them.
What would be a good year date that you could say the separation of the two? Obviously, there's some going to slip through the cracks.
Your higher end cars are the ones that probably aren't going to have the adjustments in there.
Higher end dollar value? Or are you talking year?
Yes.
Okay.
When you jump over the, well, you know, today's time, all cars are $40,000-$50,000 now. So, but
is there a specific year that?
No, not
No?
really.
Just
I
a-
mean, back
okay.
in the day, Lexus was your higher end car, which still is, but those, you know, had auto back then.
Okay.
Just getting better, more computers. Got to love
Well,
it.
okay, let me ask this then. A guy like me who gets by with what he can, and there's a lot of people like me who are just making ends meet, and they've got a car that's not high end, and they want to adjust it. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you know YouTube, we call them the YouTube mechanics, but there is a ton of knowledge out there. You would be, I don't want to say dumb, not to use YouTube to help you out in a situation of, say, adjusting your headlights. So just Google your car, say 2006 Toyota Camry, adjust headlights. I guarantee you there's a video out there, some guy put it on there to adjust them. It usually takes like a screwdriver, pull up to your garage door, and 2 turns on each little knob, and you got your lights pointing straight.
What's more amazing, that you can find that video or somebody thought about recording that video?
I know. I know.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
I know.
I'm going to record this.
I'm
going to
record this.
Well, let me just tell you, you know, I wouldn't know how to clean a gun if it wasn't for YouTube. I mean, because you can go on YouTube and you can do your, you know, call up your gun that you have and say, okay, how do you clean this gun? And you can, somebody's got how to clean the gun.
I know.
on
I mean,
YouTube.
but I think that's great that you have access to it. I'm just thinking, who would think, you know, I'm going to post this. I'm going to sit down here and
there's
video
crazy
me
stuff.
doing it.
I guarantee if you Googled how to raise a kid, there's a video. I guarantee you.
How to put makeup on.
How to blow up a tree.
There's some funny ones out there. But yeah, so getting your headlights aimed properly, make sure that pizza comes together, the slices to make sure you see correctly. That's a huge plus. That's something pretty much anybody can do with no knowledge. If you got a screwdriver or a Phillips screwdriver, it's one or the other. So if you need help, come see us. But other than that,
Is there 15 seconds? Is there parameters that you need to look at, or is it just if you go to the garage door, if they're even?
more or
then you're
less, the
good?
garage door, you want to go straight out from your car. So you don't want them pointing higher than your headlights, and you don't want them pointing lower, because straight out is how they're designed. So in most cases.
Because if they go straight out, the pie shape takes its effect naturally.
Yes.
I got it. Okay, we're going to take a break, top of the hour break. When we come back, we're going to finish up with Mac. He's got some good information when it comes to, Mac, real quick, when it comes to what?
TechNet, it's just a member organization around the country. We're all members of it. Not everybody, just the
What's
select shops,
beneficial
but
is
yeah.
if you get work done from Mac, you can go anywhere,
Yep.
a lot of places in the country and get some stuff checked out. So we'll explain that on the other side of the break. Give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. See you on the other side.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Look, no one likes an awkward silence. but it can do a lot of good. So seize the awkward.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Reach out to a friend who might be struggling with their mental health. It doesn't matter how you ask. For more information, visit seizetheawkward.org.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. December 2nd, 2019. Matt, your host here. I got Susan Stroh with me, Mac the Mechanic. I got Common Sense Con, floating in here explaining his hat trick. And we got all sorts of stuff going on. But what I want to do is, Mac the Mechanic from Quick Wrench Automotive has got a lot of fans, and he does a lot of great work. Friend of mine for many years. Gosh, how long have I been going to you, Mac? How much money have you made off of me? yeah, it's that bad, isn't it?
That's hilarious. Weighing our friendship on money. Golly. I don't know. I mean,
you know what it is? I got how many vehicles? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles, and it's like there's something. If you go
something always goes wrong after I leave the show.
Something.
You're gonna have a headlight problem after I leave the show. It's gonna be great.
I swear, you throw nails out in front of the yard.
Yeah.
You know,
I always get these nice little text messages late at night. Here's the situation. Tell me straight. Am I in danger? I'm like, man, my cloudy 8-ball. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks to the 8-ball picture. I love it. It's great.
That's how I always text all my friends.
But was there any final? Oh, I forget. We were talking behind the scenes. Did we want to say something about headlights, or are we going right into your text?
No, we're just going to the TechNet stuff.
All right, go ahead then.
So, anyways, so when you come to our shop, we are adding this year, for next year, is a benefit for buying tires from us. It's included in the TechNet deal. You'll have to. It's roadside assistance, which already comes, but tire roadside for like if your tire blows out, if you got a damaged tire and stuff. So we offer that now for the road hazard tire protection up to $400 per tire. Which is a good deal. It's going to be $9.99 per tire or $29.99 for all 4 tires.
That's for the life of the tire?
For the life of the tire down to 230 seconds. It's something new we're adding on that TechNet.
Clarify, 230 seconds? What do you
mean? So basically, they'll picture of Abe Lincoln's head on a penny.
Okay.
So if you put it on your tire, if you can see Abe's head, it's time for new tires. So if you can't see him, you got a little bit to go. So you don't want a bald Abe up there. But anyways, so just a couple things about Quick Wrench. You know, if you come to use us, just, you know, everybody's got great mechanics out there. There's good mechanics. There's some not so good. But, you know, just an added bonus for coming to us. Once you use us, if you spend over $25, things you get is nationwide warranty. You get roadside assistance. And then we're also selling the road hazard tire protection plan. So basically, peace of mind if you come to some of your local shops aren't in networks. So find one that is, preferably me. But if you buy stuff with us and you're on vacation, say going to Disney World or wherever, in a repair that we've done, it's just like a dealership. You have warranty on that around the nation. So it won't cost you anything out of pocket. So if we put a water pump on, the water pump fails, and you're over in Florida, good thing is we'll help you find a store. There's currently 10,000 stores in the network with us. So it's very easy. You go to there, they say, hey, yeah, your water pump's bad. They'll call the TechNet program. TechNet will say, hey, yeah, get them fixed up, get it covered, 100% covered, no charge to you. Go down the road, and you don't have to pay twice for a repair that was done locally. So that's a good peace of mind. Just want to let everybody know about that.
Now, look, Mac, Quick Wrench Automotive is a local, unfranchised business at the moment. which means people in the local area, or somewhat local, are going to be doing business with him. So what's nice about that is it's personal. You're not just a number. There's actual personal communications going on, and they're very attentive to your needs, which is very nice. But you get the effect of a franchise type of business because of what he's talking about right now. What's the actual term on it again? The tech what?
TechNet Professional.
There you go.
You can Google it online, technetprofessional.com. That's their website. Just check it out.
So a person from Louisiana is not going to be going to Mac unless he's passing through, but you local will do it. But you'll be able to go to Louisiana and probably get this.
Yeah,
this
same
program.
service. Good thing is 2 years or 24,000 miles, parts and labor guarantee on the majority of repairs that we do. So just a quick thing is if you spend $25 or more on an invoice, and just say you break down and you have a flat tire, guess what? You get roadside assistance with us up to $75 twice a year. That's around the nation. So for $25, you get a $150 value that you can use twice a year. All you got to do is make a phone call, and it is a reimbursement plan in most cases, but do know it's already there. I've filed a couple claims for some people. They come in. It's really easy. Just fill out a piece of paper, send your invoice in, they send you a check. So it's that simple. So happens pretty quick.
Sounds good. Sounds good. He's going to be here for just a couple more minutes. If you want to give us a call with a question, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. And I'd like to hear what you got to say. Mac, I mean, I learned tons of stuff from you. I mean, how can I not with 5 vehicles and stuff breaking down?
You need to learn. Yeah.
No,
But
you
if
know
you
what it
got
is?
5 vehicles, yeah, you're going to need it.
You know, you're totally right. I need to learn some certain things. And I knew when I was in the military, I was taking out tank engines, pulling them apart, fixing them like it was nobody's business. Now I'm like, oil change? Spark plugs? What?
Right?
I don't know what happens. I think when you get older, you get stupid or something. Because
It's just technology, man.
The cars aren't as mechanical anymore. They're more
Electrical.
and they're more computerized, and so you can't fix them.
You know, a new one we're having to catch up with the time just because new stuff. If you're doing, what car was it? I think it's on a Chevy, the Suburbans, the new ones. If you go to replace an AC condenser, they have a camera that sits in front of the AC condenser, so you have to do a realignment of the camera system before you can work on the AC system to make sure you can put it back together so the adaptive cruise and everything works.
no thanks.
Yeah.
Go see Quick Wrench Automotive.
Yes. So just the technology. The
I got a
computers
question
and
for you.
stuff.
My son's looking at a truck. What's the best truck out there to get? He wants a crew cab. So what's the best make?
Man, you know, everybody out there that's listening, they have their own preference. I'm a Dodge guy. So
Why?
I have 2 of them.
You're a Dodge guy, but you're a mechanic because you know you're going to have to fix it. So what's the deal on it?
Yeah, Dodge just made a huge leap with their new body style, their new computer systems, the new touch screens. The best commercial out there that I think is not naming names, but Ford. There's a guy sitting in there. He's sitting in a Ford truck. He's like, "Yeah, look at it, 7 inches display. Why do you need more? I mean, you got everything with 7 inches." And then he's like, "Yeah."
I've heard other people say different.
Yeah, we're not going into that. That's a short topic. But anyways,
Yeah.
so
There we
but
go.
this guy's just sitting in this Ford truck, and he's like, "Yeah, backup camera. I mean, you only need one. Why do you need a cargo camera or anything? You know?" He's just going over little things, and it's like at the end it goes Ram. It's just different, you know. And it's like, man, that's awesome. So now the Ram trucks their warranty's great. Their price, wait till truck month to buy one, in my opinion, if you can. Man, they knock off some insane money. The ride quality's great. The interior's great. Everything about it I like. The interactive with the display system and the phone system is really cool. And Chevys, I've had a GMC Yukon recently. Their stuff is up to par, but you're going to pay quite a bit more for it. So for what you're getting. So most bang for your buck, I'd say the Ram. So that's my opinion. So
Well, that's a good opinion. People are going to listen to it, I'm sure.
Everybody's got opinion.
I'll
you
tell
know?
my son surely of your opinion and see what he
Yeah.
has to say about it.
For sure.
Mac, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Yep.
And appreciate you coming in. I know you're a busy man. Tell everybody real quick how they get a hold of you.
QuickWrenchAutomotive.com. Like us on Facebook. I notice we have not too many likes, so if we can, we're going to try to hit a record number, which would be every time somebody likes it. So that's our new record number. But anyways, like us on Facebook. Go online, chat with me if you need to. But other than that, you can find us local 1402 North 3rd Street here in Temple.
Fantastic oil change prices, too. See you on the other side.
Divorce attorney Ed Laughlin.
Is your marriage on the rocks? Have you been wanting to get a divorce but just haven't found an attorney that you can afford? Well, your search for an affordable attorney is finally over. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and I've been helping Texans get fast, inexpensive, hassle-free divorces for 25 years. I offer reasonable fees and always allow my clients to pay out their fees in payments that they can afford. Call me today at 773-8399 or toll-free 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment to get started. The first visit is always free.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed Laughlin today at 1-800-492-2589 or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589 or online at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589. Let Ed help you with all your legal needs. You'll feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in names and numbers.
Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures. If you've decided to carry a handgun for self-defense, you better know what you're doing. If you don't, you better learn fast. Not only fast, but thoroughly. Aaron's Gun Shop and High Cap Adventures fills the void between a Johnny wannabe and a person who has been properly trained in the proper handling and use of a firearm. Call me, Matt Petros, at 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com and set up a class or seminar to get you started on the road to proficiency with a firearm for self-defense. Go to our website, aaronsgunshop.com, and review the High Cap Adventures page. We have seminars to cover most forms of firearms training. Call 254-697-4721 or email me at aaronsgunshop@gmail.com to get more information on how to get started with your training. The time for games is over. Reality starts now. aaronsgunshop.com.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
or if that resume was from someone who
Worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
we rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. Matt here, your host. And it's December 2nd, 2019. Got Susan Sturrell with me, pusher of paint. If you want to be on the show, give us a call, 866-895-6442, 866-89-LOGIC. Stream us live at logicnation.us. Social media, Facebook at Logic Nation Radio, and YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Now, before Matt came on, I had played President Reagan at the NRA, and had about a 2-minute video there to set me up for what I was reading about the AR-15. And I want to finish up this article so I can move on to something else here. But 8 times law-abiding citizens saved lives with the AR-15. And the reality is that law-abiding citizens purchase millions of AR-15s and similar rifles for one very important overriding reason, the same reason, in fact, that law enforcement officers use them. They are great for self-defense. In the words of Andrew Napolitano, the Second Amendment is an extension of the natural right of self-defense that protects the rights to shoot tyrants, and it protects the right to shoot at them effectively with the same instruments they would use upon us. So for those of you who say, well, we had muskets back then, he just clarified it. Well, back then, the government had muskets. Well, now they have rifles and drones and tanks and helicopters, and all we've got is an AR-15, okay? So stop your complaining. The AR-15 is a preferred weapon of law-abiding citizens because it does precisely that. It effectively confronts the violent threats from tyrants, oppressors, and most often in post-revolution America, criminals. Unlike handguns, the AR-15 is braced against the shoulder and has 2 separate points of contact for the shooter's hand. So you got 3 points of contact when it comes to a rifle as compared to only 2 points or 1 point, 1 to 2 points when it comes to handgun. On many occasions where armed self-defense is necessary, simply brandishing a firearm will be enough to deter criminals. But sometimes there's more severe need for the average law-abiding citizen to gain an advantage over multiple and heavily armed attackers. Those situations, though infrequent, do occur. And when they do, the AR-15 can be the difference between the living and dying. Consider these recent cases where the AR-15 made all the difference. The first one in 2013 is Harris County, Texas. A 15-year-old boy saved both his life and the life of his 12-year-old sister by fending off a pair of home invaders with his father's AR-15. Second, Rochester, New York, 2013. 2 armed burglars retreated from a college student's apartment after coming face-to-face with an unloaded AR-15. The rifle itself instilled enough fear to cause them to flee. 2014 in Ferguson, Missouri. I find this very interesting, very uplifting. During the Ferguson, Missouri riots, nearly all businesses with a particular 2 square mile area of the city were looted and destroyed except for one. I'm going to put race into this equation for a very important reason, and you will see in just a second. African American men guarded the gas station and convenience store of a white friend from looters and rioters. They did so armed with AR-15, a MAC-10 machine pistol, and a variety of handguns. I say that because, ladies and gentlemen, the narrative from fake news, from the mainstream media, is black against white, color against color, and that's a bunch of bullshit, okay? It's bullshit. You got people out there who're stupid and are ignorant, and yes, they are racist, but you got the majority of the people, black, white, red, yellow, it doesn't matter. We all work together as a team. We all help each other out, your neighbor. Number 4, Houston, Texas, 2017. A target of a drive-by shooting successfully fended off the attack by using his legally owned AR-15 against the 3 armed attackers. He was able to hit all 3 men in the moving vehicle. Number 5, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, 2017. A homeowner's 19-year-old son used an AR-15 to defend himself against 3 would-be burglars who broke into a home in broad daylight. The 19-year-old was later determined to have acted in justifiable self-defense. Sutherland Springs, Texas. Remember that one? 2017. After a gunman opened fire on congregants inside the First Baptist Church, a man living near the place of worship grabbed his AR-15 and engaged the shooter. The shooter subsequently dropped his own firearm and fled the scene as the courageous neighbor pursued him. Just think if we didn't have the AR-15. Number 7, Oswego, Illinois, 2018. A man with an AR-15 intervened to stop a neighbor's knife attack on a pregnant woman. The rifle's intimidation factor was credited as reason why the attacker dropped his knife. And number 8, Catawba County, Illinois, 2018. After a 17-year-old relative successfully used his own firearm to fend off 3 would-be robbers who attacked him in the driveway of his home, a man used his AR-15 to stop the threat from one of the would-be robbers' upset family members. Law-abiding Americans regularly choose AR-15 to defend themselves, their families, and their communities against threats of violence. The Americans hope they never have to use the AR-15 on another human being, but they also know that should the situation arise, they will have one of the best self-defensive firearms to level the playing field against the attacker. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Black is beautiful. The AR-15 is a beautiful rifle. It's very effective, and good guys use it too. And I got Raymond on the line, and I want to hear what he's got to say. Raymond, stand by, buddy. How you doing? Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in, Raymond.
I'm doing just fine, sir. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what happened to me. I was coming back from Killeen, maybe about 3 in the morning. I was in a pool tournament, and I decided I wanted to come in this car wash to wash my truck because it had a lot of bugs and stuff on the window. And as I was washing, this guy came in front. And he had he come and said, "Hey, man, I ran out of gas. Is there any way you can help me with a few bucks? It's down the road." And then I said that I don't have any money, man, to give you for no gas. And then he started getting up closer to me, and then I pulled my shirt to the side and just kind of let him know that I was carrying a handgun. He said, my bag, man. And then right around in the back was his friend, and he nodded to his friend like an ideal, hey, let's go. You see, right there in itself, if I hadn't have had anything on me, there ain't no telling what those guys would have tried to pull on me. And that was like about 3 a.m. And I'm just making just a straight up statement. It's very important, like Matt always says, when you need a gun and you don't have one and you have to depend on somebody to come and help you and you don't have no help, you're in serious trouble, mister. And not only that, like he says, you also need to know how to use that gun. But I just wanted to say that, Matt, and that is a true experience that happened to me. It's been a few years back, but it did happen, and something I can't ever forget.
Well, since you brought it up, Raymond, let me apply it to the actual penal code. What you did was Penal Code 904, and that is threat as a justifiable force. Does not mean you use deadly force. It just means that you showed you have the ability to use force if necessary, if the situation warrants it. So that's Penal Code 904, and hopefully that's all we'll ever have to do if hopefully we don't have to do that.
And the only reason that I did this because the guy was at a distance from me, and he was getting closer and approaching me closer, and I felt he was threatening in my space, so that's why I did that, because he was getting up closer to me.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason I did that.
Totally understand. But, here's the other thing, too, Raymond. You're aware of your situation. You're aware of your surroundings. That's another thing. A lot of people may get caught because they're not even paying attention. So
yeah, but you see how these car washes have stalls? I didn't see that other guy coming around the other side. You see, I didn't see him. And when, what do you call it, corrected vision, when you're looking at somebody, you see somebody, well, that's how I saw him. And then the guy that was approaching me kind of nodded at him. And then they went around the side there and just went on their business. And this happened at that car wash right by Taco Bell on Adams. That's exactly where that happened.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah. Hey, Raymond, side note, did you get my video about the Glock 21?
Yes, sir, I did. And that's a very good video, and it gets a lot of perspective. You see what I'm saying to you, sir, that I never, ever imagined that you could do that to a Glock 21. I just never did think about nothing about that, but that's a very good video, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. I got mine totally converted. It's incredible. Turns a 45
yes, sir,
ACP into a 45 Super, and it jumps it from about 900 plus feet per second to about 1,400 feet per second, and that's 44 Magnum range. So it's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Raymond, I appreciate your call. I got to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on. So we'll see you on the other side. Thanks again, buddy.
Yes, sir. You have a good day. Thank you.
Get the respect you deserve with the experienced, tough, trustworthy attorneys at Capolino, Dodd, Krebs, and Cameron. These attorneys get serious results for folks and their families who are unfortunately involved in a serious accident or wrongful death. Check out their qualifications at respectforyou.com, and you'll want to call them today at 254-697-4965. That's 254-697-4965.
Art Coons, the owner of ANC Firearms in Heidenhammer, Texas, is an avid gun enthusiast and enjoys helping all of his customers to find the gun that's perfect for them. With a large selection of pistols, rifles, and shotguns, finding the right gun becomes easy. Go to ANC Firearms, located at 5819 U.S. Highway 190 in Heidenhammer, or call them 254-983-4417. Pistols, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives, and a whole lot more. ANC Firearms, 254-983-4417.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission.
Hello, how are you doing today?
She wants more people to register as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor? Yes, I am. Yay. My goal is to sign up the most people in the United States.
What drives her? Roxanne's own life was saved through the gift of a heart transplant, made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day that I was going to devote myself to the cause of organ donation and signing people up and honoring my donor by doing that.
Now she's back to health, and she's a powerful force helping to save lives every day through her work. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life.
8 people can be helped with the major organs, and up to 50 people can be helped with a little bit of everything. And when you think about it that way, that you could help that many people, it's amazing. It really is.
Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
For almost 2 centuries, Americans have enjoyed the valuable privileges of freedom. Now, freedom needs each American to dedicate himself to its preservation. We must not allow our liberties to be endangered by neglect of our duties as citizens. During this year of rededication, join with your fellow Americans in reaffirming the principles on which this country is founded and the safeguarding of those principles. Make it your business to see that federal, state, and local governments are conducted honestly. Help to maintain the good morale of your sons and daughters in the armed forces. Learn the facts about all candidates and issues. Then vote for the one you believe in. Make the most of every minute on your job. Produce as much as you can, and thus increase our military and economic strength. Work for better schools and a better community. Guard your American heritage of freedom. It needs you.
And you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming
to town. He's coming to town. So you better not be naughty, you better be nice. Otherwise, you're going to get a whole bunch of coal, just like me. But then again,
I get coal every year, I bet.
And I get to heat my house up at least.
That's right.
Now, look, I want to read this article because it's pertinent to Black Friday since it was right around the corner. Black Friday, the busiest day of the year when it comes to shopping, right? You hear about the economy doing great, and it is. But I made this comment, too. I go to the mall here in Temple, and I see storefront after storefront after storefront closed, vacant. I go to strip malls, vacant. I go to businesses, vacant. I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? We got a lot of online business going on, which is booming. However, when it comes to localities, people losing jobs because businesses are going out of business because the competition is online, Amazon and all that. So I got an article here that says Black Friday is dying Shopping malls turned to ghost towns amid online shift. Black Friday is undergoing a transformative. It's going under.
Transformative.
Thank you. Period. Where consumers are ditching brick and mortar stores for online shopping.
Well, why go out and beat the crowds up?
Exactly.
I mean, my goodness, I don't
totally,
like crowds anyway, so it's like, might as well do it online, and then it gets delivered directly to your door.
And I totally get it. I totally understand.
And now Amazon's got their own trucks and all that stuff.
But we're in a very difficult turning point. It's just like the cell phone and the telephone booth. There's telephone booths all over the place. And I remember talking to a guy in my old job, because what I was doing in my old job was near one of this guy's phone booths. And he's taking it down and he's saying, cell phone is killing my business. I used to do a number of phone calls. He would say a certain number of phone calls per week. And now with cell phones, nobody touches the phone booth anymore. So it's like I'm out of business. I totally get it. I've got a phone, an actual phone in my house, and I'm questioned all the time as to why do I keep it. I keep it for two reasons. One, the convenience of faxing something. I still like to fax as compared to scanning.
Oh, that's not good. Faxing is going out.
It's going out, but I still use it, okay? But even if faxing goes out and I go to totally scanning, I want it because when the cell phone doesn't work, I've got a hard line.
Yeah, you have a hard line.
I have a hard line. It's going to work. 99% of the time, it's going to work no matter what's going on. So when it comes to Black Friday, you've got these, we're at that transitional point where you got a lot of brick and mortar out there. People have invested in their businesses in an actual physical location where the populace would come to and shop. But now they're just they're looking on their cell phone or their computer, and they're making the purchase from Amazon or some other source, and it's getting delivered right to your door. How convenient is that? It's extremely convenient.
Well, let me add this comment, and that is people are working more from home too, and there isn't going to be a need to go into an office. I don't think. I mean, I think there is because I'm old school, but a lot of people are working from home now, and they don't have to go into the office too. So, because everything's becoming very, you don't have to physically be there to do your job. You can just do it on a computer through the Wi-Fi.
Yes, I know what you mean. I don't do that. I'm more the brick and mortar type of guy still.
Well, yeah, me too.
But I have a specialty skill.
And if I had employees, I'd probably want them there. I mean, because
So here we have it. We've got the old way of doing things crumbling to the new way of doing things. And so you have a stock market that's surging, but you've got local stores that are dying. I mean, look at the Temple Mall. If you're here in this area here in Temple, go look at the Temple Mall and take a walk. And look at all the people who just walk in the Temple Mall just to walk. How many people are actually buying stuff at the mall? I saw one or two people with bags in their hand where everybody else is just playing around, having a good old time, or maybe going to the movie. That's a different thing when you're going to the movie.
Restaurants are doing fair in a mall.
Yeah,
but it's more of a...
Food always does good, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're just a bad server. But foods generally just do good. So you got Reuters noted Friday that traffic volumes at stores across the country on Thanksgiving Eve were soft, and it's likely the trend will continue through the weekend. K-Bank's note said Gap, Banana Republic, Express, and Zara offered 50% discounts, but that still wasn't enough to attract shoppers. As of noon, Salesforce.com observed online sales of $7.4 billion on Black Friday, 16% higher than a year ago.
Well, there are a lot of advantages to shopping online. You can compare items a lot easier.
Yes, you can.
You can compare 20 different items where a store wouldn't have the 20 different items. You can also read reviews on every item and specifications easily. So people, write reviews about the product. I mean, you can find out all kinds of information online that you couldn't.
You don't have to stand in line. You don't have to get stampeded on. You don't have to fight for a product.
You have a huge selection.
Now, I'm not against the convenience.
And you can
of
also shop price.
I'm not against the convenience of online shopping. All I'm asking is, how do we get through the transitional period without lots of businesses going?
No, I totally agree with you.
Because if
you
we go
become a delivery guy, that's what you do.
Because you're going to have a lot of people who work at these jobs at the Temple Mall or any other location, and they're going to be out of a job sometime soon. And let's see, another reason for the softer turnout could be generational trends. As millennials take over the workforce, they don't want to follow in the footsteps of their okay boomer parents who have been herded like sheep into store for decades. Millennials would rather Netflix and chill while surfing the deals on their mobile devices. And I totally get it. There's also evidence that the U.S. economy is rapidly slowing and the U.S. consumer is pulling back on spending as a recession could be nearing. They show a chart here. I'm not going to read it. But anyway, you've got, it's just interesting. We're in another change. Just like the cell phone took over the phone booth, we got online shopping taking over the brick and mortar store, the Temple Mall, and things like it. So we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll continue on. See you on the other side.
Ed Laughlin, and I've been helping Texans get fast, inexpensive, hassle-free divorces for 25 years. I offer reasonable fees and always allow my clients to pay out their fees in payments that they can afford. Call me today at 773-8399 or toll-free 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment to get started. The first visit is always free.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed Laughlin today at 1-800-492-2589 or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589 or online at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589. Let Ed help you with all your legal needs. You'll feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in names and numbers.
Here at the Logic Nation, we often encourage you to be logical. Now, I've got two more great words to live by. Get supplied. With Studio L as a center point, Smith Supply will provide you with everything to clean anything and deliver it on time within 150 miles. That means we can deliver cleaning supplies to any facility, any business, including hotels and motels, even industries and factories, anywhere in the Killeen, Temple, Fort Hood Metro, Waco, and Austin. No matter where you are, we can ship to your order. We also provide janitorial services and building maintenance in some areas, and our Temple showroom and our online catalog are open to the public. We're here to save you money and get your supplies to you on time, every time. So, get supplied. Since 1961, we're Smith Supply, 254-773-3592, and online at smithsupply.com.
Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop auto shop, family owned and operated at 1402 North 3rd Street in Temple. Why go to another dealer? Quick Wrench Automotive, a full-service preventive maintenance and automotive repair center, offers a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on most repairs nationwide, which also includes complimentary roadside assistance. Quick Wrench also offers the best price for oil changes around at $17.95 plus tax, which includes 5 quarts of oil, new oil filter, washer fluid, and complimentary 23-point inspection. Other great deals are available on our Facebook page as well as our website, quickwrenchautomotive.com. Give us a call Monday through Friday at 254-935-2145 to speak with an ASE-certified technician. Quick Wrench Automotive, your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. December 2nd, 2019, Logic Nation. Matt, your host here. I got Susan Sturrow with me. I got John on the line. John, stand by. We'll get to you in just a second, buddy. If you want to be part of the show, give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Social media is at Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget, I got a video up there. Check it out. Like it. Share it with everybody you know. And also on YouTube, the video's there, youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. You get to see what's going on in the studio here. Subscribe to the channel. That's how you can help. If there's no other way to help, that's how you can help. Okay, and also support the sponsors and support the program. With things like that, we'll have a winning success. And Susan, how short are we on 4,000? We're trying to hit the 4,000 mark. We got a number count.
We are. I think we got 40 people before we hit the 4,000 mark on followers.
So we're real close. All it takes is a second or two to do it. Like us, follow us, and that'll help out a lot. Let me get John on the line. I think he wants to talk empty malls, empty stores. And I'd like to get his perspective on it. John, thanks for listening. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you. Good morning, Central Texas. Hey, we're going to go ahead and put this show over the 40 likes
4,000
limitation here
We're getting
today,
close.
right now.
All
We've
right.
had
All
a
right.
few more this morning.
All right. Well, we're gonna do some more right now.
All right.
All right. Once the left is successful in eliminating Christianity in America, how are they going to replace Christmas and all the money they generate off Jesus?
They're going to call it holiday.
Oh, yeah? How are they going to explain the gift away? They're going to say friend sharing? Or what the heck are they going to say?
Well, I'll be honest with you, John. I think that whole thing has backfired on them, and thank God for it. Because you got Trump in there saying Merry Christmas, and they're like, screw the concept of a holiday season. It's Christmas, man. And I think people got sick and tired of it, and I think we're coming back around to actually saying it's Christmas.
I hope you're right.
I hope so,
but
too.
You know what I'm saying is probably going to end up being true. And that's the bad part about it. So if y'all, the goal, folks, is to get rid of you, to bring down Christianity, and be part of the one world globalism order. All right. So if you ain't figured that out, you need to wake the hell up and smell the coffee. All right.
Well, you're helping us out. You're helping with the whole thing just by being on the radio and being, against all that stuff. So
yeah, but they're gonna come get me,
No.
They're going to come get us all, John. Now, John, you had made a note here.
If you're speaking the truth, they can't have it none. And here, I got a question for you because you brought it up earlier, and I thought this would be good for you to maybe try to answer yourself. If no such agency decides you're a threat and they come to take you out and they do the kill/murder on you, should they have to pay the penalty? Or is it okay for them to kill you? In other words, is the no such agency allowed to have a 007 identifier or not?
Well, let me see if I can answer this.
Because I don't think you can say the truth on that issue. Because the truth on that issue, in my opinion, is no, they're not allowed to do that. And I don't give a damn what anybody says.
Well, let me tell you, if somebody knocks on the door, hold on, John. If somebody breaks in my door, and I think it's a threat because it hasn't been identified or clarified as to who busting down my door, we're going to have an issue. If somebody clearly states who they are because of the type of person I am and because I know the society we live in, I'll go through the drama of submitting and going through the court and going that way because it's better to fight another battle. But if you're coming into my location and you do not identify and I get the drop on you, you made a very big mistake.
No, you missed my point. They take you out long distance or they take you out outside your home.
Well, then I got nothing.
Because you're hit. You're hit, okay? You're just like that. What was that guy's name? Rich that got whacked in the Hillary's campaign group. Remember, he was supposed to have been a victim of crime, and they left his wallet and his watch and all that kind of stuff. Got shot in the back. He was the guy that leaked about the server.
Okay.
You know all that? That got swept under the rug. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He got whacked. All right.
You got 10 seconds.
And if you get whacked, it's swept under the rug, right? Now, somebody whacked that guy that belongs to us, U.S., United States. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, so.
You got 10 seconds.
All right, so is that legal or not?
It may not be legal, but that's the way it works, and you gotta prepare for it because you know it exists.
I'm just saying.
You know it
At least
exists.
you admitted it.
Yeah,
Have a good day.
All right, man. Take care.
My wife and I are spending more time on our computer. It's changing the way we live.
Mostly for the better.
Like paying our bills.
Or researching vacation spots.
But there can be a downside.
Right, like fake drugs being sold over the internet.
Because they look real and they seem like a great bargain.
And you can't always tell what's a fake.
Well, we learned the hard way.
At the emergency room.
Thousands of people are scammed into buying counterfeit drugs every day, thinking they're getting a deal. And rather than contain the active ingredient, they may contain dangerous elements like antifreeze, sawdust, or floor wax, resulting in potentially serious health risks. So never buy prescription or over-the-counter drugs online from unknown or unlicensed sources, as they are often dangerous fakes. Counterfeits hurt, but you have the power to stop them. To learn more, go to www.ncpc.org/getreal. Brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the Bureau of Justice Assistance, U.S. Department of Justice.
You wouldn't steal from a department store, would you? Shoplifting doesn't only hurt the store owners, it puts every employee's job in jeopardy. And if everyone shoplifted, it would weaken local economies to the point of unsustainability. The same principle applies to Social Security fraud. People who receive more benefits than they should or illegally get benefits by lying to Social Security aren't just making the system insecure, they're literally stealing from honest taxpayers. Anyone can report fraud anonymously. You can learn more about Social Security's relentless anti-fraud efforts at www.socialsecurity.gov/anti-fraud-facts. We aggressively investigate and pursue prosecution of those who try to cheat and steal from the system. Shoplifting and stealing from your neighbors is morally and ethically wrong. The same goes for stealing from Social Security. If you suspect someone is committing Social Security fraud, report it online at http://oig.ssa.gov/report or call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the forest near the side of the road.
No need for alarm, sir. The forest is where bears live.
But this was no ordinary bear.
No ordinary bear?
1 second I'm having a smoke taken in the view. Next thing I know, I am face to face with Smokey Bear.
Let me guess, Smokey had a tip for you.
He did. He must have seen me toss my cigarette on the ground. He told me never to do that because it only takes one spark to start a wildfire.
He's a smart bear. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
That's what Smokey said. I had no idea.
That's why Smokey's famous, and you're not.
Good point.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com. Only you can prevent wildfires.
And welcome back, everybody, to Logic Nation. Matt, your host here. I'm with Susan Sterl, and it's December 2nd, 2019. Logic Nation, if you want to be on the show for the last segment, give us a call at 866-89-LOGIC, 866-895-6442. Facebook at Logic Nation Radio. Don't forget to like us and share us. I got a cool video up there. Check it out. YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio. Now, look, John said we're going to break the 4,000 mark. Don't call him a liar now. Don't make him into a liar if we want to break that 4,000 mark. So go ahead and like us, follow us, Facebook at Logic Nation Radio, and give us a call, 866-89-LOGIC. What I want to do is read my opinion piece, and what's funny is it has a lot to do with what we talked about earlier in the show today. So if you've been listening all day long or the last 3 hours, you'll pick up on this as I read it. And let me start it now. It's called The Human Cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your host's opinion, a very strong opinion, I may add, that former President Barack Obama has caused the plague of violence we are currently experiencing. President Obama blatantly disregarded the safety of this country by not securing its borders and allowed the cultivation of division to infest our citizens. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. During President Obama's reign, uncountable numbers of illegal aliens have crossed our borders, many of them bringing disease, crime, and unwanted disdain towards our way of American culture. A racial divide of black and white has exploded once again under Obama's watch. Because of this, the minds of our youth have been polluted with hate and disregard for human life. school shootings, church shootings, and now rogue haters killing people with IEDs in Austin, causing tension and fear among the citizenry. This country has a cancer. This cancer takes many forms and is called many things, some which are racism, extremism, and self-centeredness. This cancer needs to be eradicated, cut out, done away with. Each one of us with a patriotic heart is a surgeon able to make a cut in the removal of this cancer. It is our duty as Americans not to accept this, to stop this cancer dead in its tracks. Do not tolerate it. Do not accept it. Lead by example. This country has turned into a bunch of followers, not leaders. We need more leaders of positive and good attitude towards the American way of life to lead and guide those who have lost their way. Our current president is trying to make America great again and being attacked from every direction. Remember the saying, if you're not getting flack, you're not over the target. President Trump is hitting the bullseye. The bullseye has the American flag draped over it. He wants to secure our borders, make our country prosperous, and to make it respected and feared at the same time. When I look and hear what others have to offer in regards to making America great, all I can see is food that will make the cancer grow. Stand up, stand proud, be an American, and let's all start acting like true Americans and lead by example. Say no to what's wrong, say yes to what is right, and explain it to those who don't get it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that opinion piece makes sense and has an effect on anybody, somebody's, somehow, some way. And Susan, we got about a minute and a half. Logic Fest. Tell everybody about Logic Fest.
Logic Fest is January 24th, 25th, and 26th. And you can book your hotels now. Windcrest Inn and Suites, Sunset Inn and Suites, Econo Lodge, Baristas Guest Quarters, where they have free breakfast. And if you'll call into the radio station to get your special rates, I'll take your name and number, and we'll make sure that happens. There's going to be a program, a meal on Friday and Saturday night. Ed and Con are going to do their show on Saturday, and you can check it out and sit in and kind of check out and see how it works. And there's just tons of stuff to do there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, wineries, the Pacific Realm Museum, which is just an awesome museum, Crossroads Saloon, country western dancing, great shopping for the guys and the girls, both. And you can check out Enchanted Rock and hike up to the top, and it's a great time.
All right, everybody, we had a great time today. I want to thank everybody for listening, thank everybody for calling in, and tomorrow we'll do it again. If you got some stories of Angels Unaware, I'd love to hear it, and there's a lot of people out there who need to hear it. So give us a call tomorrow, 866-89-LOGIC. Don't forget to go to Facebook at Logic Nation Radio, like us and share us, and YouTube at youtube.com/Logic Nation Radio, and subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow, God bless, keep your powder dry.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing bottom line. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
It can begin with an email, a phone call, a flyer in the mail, or perhaps a misleading website. Loan modification scams. They come in all shapes and sizes and under different names. Loan rescue firms, counseling services, mortgage consultants, sometimes posing as a legitimate mortgage company willing to help you modify your loan and get caught up with your payments. But beware, these are highly trained con artists looking to steal your home. They often know who you are, where you live, and because it's public record, know if you are on the brink of foreclosure. You're not alone, however. The National Crime Prevention Council and U.S. Department of Justice have partnered to help homeowners identify and steer clear of these scam artists.
McGruff the Crime Dog here. Protect your home and safeguard your finances. It only takes a little time to become informed. Start by finding a free legitimate housing counselor today.
Take the first step. Visit www.ncpc.org/mortgagefraud. That's ncpc.org/mortgagefraud. This message is from the National Crime Prevention Council and U.S. Department of Justice.